actually grew up in an all-girls school, so I am very passionate about the idea of it. And I think the most important aspect of it is that everybody that works here is an expert in boys' learning and development. So one of the things that UCC spends a lot of time and resources on is actually making sure not only teachers and faculty, but also staff, we're at the forefront of all the latest boy development kind of evidence and research. So for example, last year we had a focus on relationships on boys. So traditionally, there might be a lot of stereotypes about how, girls really care about friendships, but boys don't care as much about friendships. But research has shown us that boys actually care more about friendships than girls, especially at this age. So this is something that we, had a researcher come in and did a 1 full year of work. So then we know exactly what boys need in their learning and how to best support them. And I think another really great aspect of an all boys education is that they can be comfortable with who they are as a person. One of the focus that we have at UCC is really how to develop leaders and how to develop leadership skills. With that in mind, we know based on research that male leaders, and you can see in this world as well, they have a lot of strength, but one of their weaknesses is actually being vulnerable and being authentic. And if boys are able to do that, they'll become such effective leaders. And imagine being in a co-ed situation. It might be harder for them to feel like they can be authentic and they can be vulnerable. But in an all-boys education and an all-boys community, they know that they're experiencing similar things, they're experiencing similar changes, and that really allows them to be comfortable with who they are as a person. And I think that is what's amazing about an all-boys community, is that it allows them to be safe and feel comfortable being who they are. UCC is an IB World School. We do a PYP program, the MYP program, as well as a DP program from junior kindergarten all the way to grade 12. I would say one very exciting update as our signature program really is our systems transformation pathway. Traditionally, all students will do the diploma program. People would be familiar, 6 subjects, 3 higher levels, 3 standard level, and 1 in each subject group. As part of the IB's kind of innovation and trying to improve their curriculum, IB organization has chosen 4 schools in the world out of the thousands of IB schools to be launching a brand new program called the Systems Transformation. So 1 school is actually in Singapore, 1 school in BC, Canada, 1 school in Wales in the UK, and then UCC. We are actually launching a systems transformation pathway where students are able to still graduate with an IB diploma, but instead of the traditional kind of prescribed way of choosing classes, now they have more flexibility to choose courses that they like to do. And instead of 6 courses, they do 4. And then for the rest of the time, they're actually doing on a hands-on project in tackling real-world issue with innovation. It could be, for example, homelessness issue in Toronto, or it could be global warming, or it could be animal welfare. So whatever topic that they're passionate about, they're able to do a hands-on project. So instead of a final exam, it will look a lot more innovative, such as maybe through a presentation, maybe through a project. And we've talked to a lot of universities, and they're all very excited about this new program because these are the skills that they would actually need to use in university. So we talked to MIT actually, and they're like, this is exactly the kind of learner profile that we're looking for in MIT. So this is our first year launching it. So we're super excited about how that kind of develops and where it leads us. But I would say this is one of the most exciting kind of programs that we have launching here now at UCC. At UCC, we have 90 different clubs and activities and 60 different sports teams, 6 different theater programs and music program as well. So really, I always challenge family to come up with something that we actually don't do. So anything that students are into, they'll have the opportunity to do it. Some favorite ones, it's MUN, for example. We've won a lot of awards last year. We're undefeated in squash. We also won in our championship with our hockey program, for example. And we have a lot of fun activities as well for our boarding program. For example, we have a bike club where students will actually go mountain biking with our staff. Really a lot, anything that you can think of is available here, and everything is on campus as well because we have amazing facilities that would allow students to pursue all of these activities. So students are able to choose from filmmaking to visual arts to theater, and those are also some of our IB courses that students will be able to do if that's something that they're passionate about. Our theater program is very unique because it's a co-ed program. We actually work with BSS, which is just 5 minutes next door to us, and we do about 6 productions every year. Some of our students will go to BSS. 2 years ago, I think they did Legally Blonde, and I went and watch it at BSS. But then sometimes we also invite BSS students to do it on campus here at UCC, and we have a professional black box theater. So students are not only trained as actors, but they're also trained in lighting system. I was just at directing and all of that, and I was just talking to a student who just graduated from boarding last year, and it currently is in NYU studying political science as well as double major in theater and in directing. So he was saying, when I arrived, I already know how to use the sound and light system because it's the exact system that we have here at UCC. So the training is really awesome in terms of that program. We also have a very great music program, and we have the band and the orchestra. The students are able to participate, and they go out and do competitions, and they all do very well every year. We have 60 different sports teams and covering 20 different sports. So, things that are very popular amongst our students are, for example, hockey, rugby, football, basketball. We have a great soccer team. Our squash team has been undefeated for the past few years. Tennis is big too. So, track and field. Every year we do have student that is recruited by universities to continue playing their sports. So this is something that we have a lot of support around. But for students who just wants to try a different sports that they've never played before, we also have different levels of sports that allow students to do that. For example, our football team and our rugby team is kind of catch-all, so that even if students have never played that before, they're able to do that. And all the facilities are on campus, so all of our boarding students will be able to try any sports they like. At UCC, it's one of the most well-resourced university guidance counseling office I've ever seen in all the schools I've been in, and we actually have 6 guidance counselors just to support all the students. And because we have that resources, we're able to start working with students as soon as they join us in grade 8. So that's very young, and that is a very early stage to engage them. But to us, it is very important to start learning about what are some of their interests, what are some of their ambition. Maybe they have no idea what they want to do, or maybe they already know exactly what they want to do, but they might change in 2 years' time. So guidance counselor really start having that conversation and guide them towards the best courses to take, the activities should be taking, and really kind of guide them towards the university application process. And just as an example of this past year, we're very proud of our kind of university offers results. Out of all of the students, we have a total of 900 offers from different universities, and a lot of the students are actually receiving scholarships to go to these universities. And something that your family might find that interesting to know is that I would say about 60% of our students stay in Canada for university, and about 40% of them do go abroad, and with majority of them going to the US and the UK. Our university guidance counselors are very familiar with how to support students to go abroad or Canada, depending on their wishes. And because of the political situations, there were also students that got into Ivy League schools but decided not to go. So then this kind of offer is just a way for you to kind of get a sense of where our students tend to go. And this year we're very proud because we got an offer from every single Ivy League school, and we have about 16 offers in total for Ivy League schools. So this is something that we're very proud of. We're also very proud of the fact that students are able to really think about what would benefit them the most in terms of the current situation, as well as for their future career goals as well.